Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Stellaris Nemesis episode 12, which originally aired live on Twitch. Here's the big recap. We are the Yodakan exterminators. If I switch map modes, green is our current territory. We most recently have acquired this segment over here through a war. And yellow is our subjects. They are our tributes. We are robotic exterminators. This was determined by popular vote. We had just finished up a war, so we are sort of freed up to focus on what we want to focus on. We have a northern border to the star realm of Tezik, and a southeastern indirect border over our tribute for the Ragaran Commerce League. What else is there to say? We're well and above everybody else in terms of strength, only third to the two fallen empires, which we are quickly gaining ground. We have quite a lot of colonies. Now let me open up the colony. As you can see, we have 16 planets. It's a lot to manage. It's more than I usually would have in a series. We have the supremacy, discovery, and synchronicity unlocked for interstellar dominion, technological ascendancy, and synthetic age. We are currently working on prosperity. The intention of this series is to eventually wipe out, be the endgame crisis and wipe everyone out. What I'm going to do is I have a submitted goal for Stellaris. And I am going to let you all... Does it all fit? I don't believe it does. Let me make this fit somehow. There. Crude. We are going to have you all be polled on what you want me to work on. And I do have viewer submitted goals at the bottom there. So actually, the first thing I want to work on is to fill in a sizable amount of the territory that I could fill in. We reclaimed a whole lot of territory from an enemy, and it would make sense for us to utilize the newly reclaimed territory.
New technology discovered.
We had just finished a war with Vryn here. So as you can see, we have a peace treaty with Vryn for basically 10 years, just shy of 10 years, where we grabbed an L gate and a bunch of wormholes that leads back to our territory so that we sort of control the spice. Yeah. All right. Jackal, Daedora, and Trioler, they're going to move back to Yoda Prime to be retooled. Because I have a lot more technology than I had last. So it's going to be important to get them all back home, safe and sound. Was I able to reclaim Glitch? Where was Glitch anyway? I am blanking. Probably? We have a ton of unnamed systems here, and I'm going to be naming these after you. Just a little reminder. So anyone that is currently voting right now will be eligible. Oh, yeah, the uptime is wrong. Actually, most of the Nightbot commands, someone may have forgotten to update them. So I'll do that as we roll here. That's my bad. I was busy, which is honestly not a very good excuse, but a busy day. A good kind of busy, but a busy day.
New technology discovered.
All right. Seems to me like we're getting a whole lot of new technology. All right, uptime is updated. I think I did that right. And As a little reminder, we voted for sort of like exotic laser type technology, but I am not going to pursue X-ray. I'm actually going to do research complexes because we have need of them. All right, yeah, uptime looks right. Now I have to just do about, and I think we'll be good. What's funny is it's not like YouTube can use these commands. Every now and then I get a comment on YouTube of someone joking that they're doing exclamation mark about. It's like, yes. It doesn't work that way, but yes.
Construction online.
All right. As you can see here, we are reclaiming a lot of previously lost territory. We now have
Construction online.
a whole lot of borders with the, the freebooters and the freeholders, basically the marauders. We have marauders to two of our borders here. And they have been bullying us a little bit, and it wouldn't be a terrible idea to bully them back once I feel like I have the fleets to do so. There was, however, I don't think that there's a corpse, but there was the case that there was a Leviathan rolling through one of their territories, and then the Leviathan got themselves killed, which is rather hilarious. So, always a good giggle that. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I'm doing pretty well.
System charted.
Okay. I don't think there's really going to be much for my scientists left to do. Let me get them repaired. Because there's just not a lot of systems
New technology discovered.
that are going to be open to me to continue surveying. Very, very, very few. Ooh, plasma cannon. Yes, please. And then Durasteel armor. Getting the good options now. It is very funny when the Leviathans obliterate themselves. They did mess up a whole lot of this here. This is why I lost Foolish Man Thing, Zack the Terror. All these systems here were just Leviathan smushed. But then the Leviathan blew themselves up on the Marauders, so, it's a win. Incoming. Oh, hello. All right, I think they're just warning that they're open for business, being able to be hired out to mess with people. But that's fine, because I have my fleets. So, let's go over Ship Designer real quick, and make sure that everything is up to date. So we are currently using our best lasers and plasma accelerators. We are currently using our best shields and plasma steel armor. I actually don't think that there's really much to do. Let's check the other ships. That looks good, and that looks good. So, how much money to upgrade? 300 alloy? What is it? What's the difference? Oh, thrusters. Yeah, we're putting in the Mark III thrusters over the Mark IIs. Cool. I do intend for Daedora and Trioler to get up to the same size as Jackal. And as you can see here, Jackal fleet is about a 7.6k, and that's roughly the fleet sizes of these Marauders. So I might, in effect, go against the Marauders if that is your wishes. So it looks like building a fleet/army is going to be the current goal. Let me fill that in. Build fleet and army. There we go. This is a little bit different, and sometimes the overlay overlays it, but on the what would it be? Your left side of the screen, you've got a little current goal over here that lets you know what I'm currently working on, so you don't have to ask.
New technology discovered.
War claims just got a little bit cheaper, which is really nice. So what this is claim of influence cost. It's basically the amount of influence that it requires to claim goals, and then war exhaustion gain means that I get exhausted from war a little bit slower, which is awesome. More resource from jobs is a pretty... Oh, no, that's... I already have that researched. Okay, so let's take a look here. This is what is being offered. Alpha Hub would help with additional tradition gain, which I think is going to be really, really important for us to be able to become the endgame crisis, because that is only unlocked through traditions. My next tradition, of course, will be up to you, but Become the Crisis is one of them, as is Colossus Project, which is pretty important, as is some other ones, which might be pretty important as well. If you destroy the Marauders before the mid-game crisis, of course, they will no longer be eligible to become the Khan, right? You can't have a Khan if you have no Marauders. And if you don't like the Khan, the Great Khan event, it's pretty easy just to not have Marauders in a game. And then, lo and behold, no Khan. So Trioler and Daedora. Oh, Daedora is quite far. Well, no, they're just a few hops away. Now, scary enough, I do have some ancient fleets sitting on me. I don't know what this is about, but there's a 105k fleet sitting at Nibbles and 105k fleet sitting at Phoenix, and that has me rightfully worried because what the hell? That's not their territory. That's my territory. Normally speaking, they won't go to war with you unless you anger them, and each one has some angering thresholds. So, for instance, I mentioned this last time, but the military isolationists absolutely hate when anyone settles next to them. So, as you can see, no territory is settled one hop away from the military isolationists, or they would have a fit. Next tradition. We have two choices here. Continuing the prosperity tree, of course. We have efficiency algorithms. Oh, gonna sneeze. And prefabs. So, efficiency algorithms increases the monthly energy credit, and then prefab buildings makes buildings cost and districts cost less, and they build faster.
Construction online.
A part of me is tempted to use the relic, use this Omnicodex relic to spawn species that have gone extinct, only to then grind them up into meat, or into, well, not meat, into energy rather. But that would just be weird, right? Having relics spawn populations for you to turn to energy. Maybe not that weird. No, think about it. It actually sounds kind of fun. Alright, so we're just about done. Whoa, that was a graphic glitch. We're just about done. Woo! Let me join in. If you have epilepsy, don't look at the screen. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that in this current iteration. I don't know what that. I don't know what that's about, but it is annoying. All right, so Trioler's fleet is here. Let me upgrade them to the latest class of ships, and then Daedora will follow the same suit. Number 2, the prefab buildings does not change upkeep. No. It's just reduced cost and increased build speed. All right, Trioler fleet is retooled, or repaired, not retooled yet. And I do have some star bases that I need to build. What were these? I'm going to make these anchorages because I'm getting pretty close to my naval capacity max.
Discovered.
So I don't know what they were going to be, but I'm going to make them anchorages anyway. Durasteel armor just got researched, which is funny because we just finished redesigning our ships, and it looks like I'm going to be unlocking battleships soon. So
Fleet
that's
upgrades applied.
pretty awesome. All right, well, heading back to the dry docks for the yet again. All right, efficiency algorithms. Let's get that. Thank you for voting. And my energy credit per month should go up a little, just a little. Yeah, battleship hype is pretty awesome. So if you're not familiar, battleships are they're essentially the largest class of ship that you can make a lot of. Every ship larger than battleships, because there's a few ships larger than battleships. There are Leviathan, or not Leviathans. Well, there are Leviathans. Actually, there are player-owned Leviathans. So I guess technically, yes. There are Juggernauts, which is the largest. There are Titans, and then there's the Colossus. The Colossus isn't exactly a combat ship. It's just upgraded to blow up planets, but technically it would be large, but you don't get many of them. All right, so we just got more research. Let's get Fleet Command, this Space Doctrine for Fleet Command Limit and the Edict of Fleet Supremacy. And I found... Ooh. That is quite nice. So I found another archaeology site. In order to get there, I have to go through this void cloud. And I think, yes, I want to do that. So as soon as my fleets are upgraded, even before I add additional ships to them, I'm going to roll up to that archaeology site, because I really do enjoy the archaeology sites. And of course, that's added in through the DLCs. But before I do that, it would be healthy if I went through my planets here to make sure that they have everything they need in terms of jobs, amenities, housing, etc. And Flame Whale, thanks for gifting out a sub. In fact, I've been more or less ignoring my activity feed, so there's a whole lot that I need to thank. Active, Glitch, Jim Bob, Sylvanti, thank you all too. Dark Master, your planet is terrific. Your planet is our administration planet, and without it, I would be suffering some mighty penalties. On this planet here, we do need some additional maintenance drones, because as you can see, our amenities are in the negative. Now, this isn't causing deviancy, which is crime, or a stability loss yet, but it would if left unchecked. One way to do that is to add like sentinel posts, but I'm not going to do that yet, but I will upgrade the Nexus there. Darksaber's looking good. Abixable, good-ish. Byron, you are going to need some additional housing and jobs, so I'll add it. No brain required, can upgrade to an administrative array capital building, or capital system, as can MVP. Those are no-brainer upgrades. There's really no reason not to upgrade those. All right, all the planets look good. All the planets look good. Oh, I also have my army totally out of place, so let me get them home. They're parts cannibalizing demoralizers. I love it. Such a weird army. Normally, those aren't the stats that I would care about. So I'm going to send one of my construction ships out to Wodrax here, so that I am just hops away from this archaeology site, and there is a threat of Ring Kingdom sort of absorbing Oludra there. So I'm hoping that I can get there before they do that. Which is to say...
engaging hostile fleets.
What the heck? Oh, no. 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 And so unfortunately, there are some just rather random amoebas here, and they just engaged my army. And my army has to FTL out, but you can't FTL immediately, so they're kind of stuck. Lame. All right, so Jackal and Tyroler are moving into position. I'm going to FTL emergency jump. I think this will actually be my first FTL emergency jump, so I'll show you. When you do the jump, you can actually suffer damage. So no ships were lost, but one was damaged. And then they're going to be stuck in like FTL until they pop up at a later date. And they're going to be returning it in 5 months. That's what the little indicator up there said. It's annoying, but like it happens. All right, so we'll get everybody over to this enigmatic energy cloud, and then we're going to claim the systems Devil's Maw, Zabine, and then Oludra, and then probably claim Puyoyo or whatever it's called. Yeah. All right, I do have some systems that need names, and of course we have the giveaway. So Kimosabe, you are first eligible, and let me find a territory. You're going to be Wodrax. All right, next up, we'll do the Elgate system. the Guthrie Maelstrom. And that's going to be named Stalin. Strong name. Okay, now the Northern Wormhole. Another Dark Mastery. Okie doke. Are we going to war again soon? I had a poll up just not moments ago, and TLDR, no. What I'm currently working on is on the lower left-hand corner of your screen.
New technology.
Oh, MVP, I'm actually going to name you after something else because there's a planet on the system that you just won, and you already exist as a world, and it makes it very confusing to have two worlds named after you. So Destroy with Roy, you will be this planet instead. If I ever settle it. There's no guarantees, of course. So we did just get plasma cannons, and gateway travel and 0 point would both be good. I think I'm going to go 0 point, though. That is the highest level of energy generation that you can get without special events. And, of course, nearly immediately our ships are out of date again, because that's what happens, right? Oh my god, there are too many worlds. Taking a look at my expansion planet, which is something I almost never do. So there's the Teddy Sheckler, which is the relic world that the shard is sitting on. And then it's telling me that Aurelia and Karathor. So there's the Destroy with Roy world that I already know about. What's the last one that I don't know about? Karathor? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not going to be able to settle that because the Fallen
System
Empire would
surveyed.
try to crush me. So, no thanks. Hard pass. Hard pass.
New technology discovered.
We just got fleet command limit increase. And let's next focus on just more societal research. Nothing else really calls to me. Now, the additional fleet command limit would be good, but I'm butting up against my naval capacity already. So there's not really a economic reason to do that to myself. All right, so these fleets are nearly into position. And yeah, we're just going to build up my fleets a little bit, and then I'll put that pull back up. I think once I do this annexation, and I might even be too late for Eludra, because it looks like, oh, that's a Bosch Pochtux ship, never mind. Once I do the annexation of this area here, I'll re-query you all for current goals. And Yoda wants to say hi. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. There we go.
Construction online.
I think just about everything that the Leviathan took out, I have built up and replaced. So we can idle our construction ships. They don't really cost much to just have sit around. So there's not really a penalty for them to, you know, idle. So our next hop will be to Devil's Maw, taking out the enigmatic Void Cloud. And then I'll be surveying it and claiming it. And I have a signed ship waiting in Zabine to do that. The tyrannical leader there just went back to rest his head. He's a busy guy. Oh, right. So another thing that I just realized is we went to war partially because they had an archaeology site that they kind of snaked from me. So we should really send an archaeologist to do something there. So this archaeologist will work on that once these surveys are done. So it's funny, we stopped all of this archaeology progress here is actually Vryn Kingdom's archaeology progress, and then I murdered them and stole their site. Because that's what heroes do. Yeah. Yeah. I have no regrets. It was a good war. All right, let's hop in.
Complete.
Nope. Stop. Okay, so here we are. This is not going to be a very hard fight. These Void Clouds don't have armor. They just have shields and hull. And we have a lot more strength than they do. They're good at killing small ships because of the weapons that they wield. So if you take a look at the Cloud Lightning is just spamming up our small ships. But that's about all they can do. Yeah, down it goes. All right. Sending all of these ships to go repair, while I send this scientist to survey and then research projects. It was my site, they were just holding it for me? Yeah. Black Swiss Mouse, thanks for the follow. Alright, here is my army. They actually did lose one of their ships, but I guess we lost that ship before we FTL escaped. So we have 14 out of 15. I don't suspect I'm going to use a whole lot of armies in the future, so I'm not that worried. They were surveying Eludra, but it's actually not the Vring Kingdom that's surveying Eludra. It is Boss Pochtux, and they are nowhere near Eludra. So they wouldn't be able to settle it even if they wanted to, because they the Boss Pochtux are my first and foremost, they're my tributary, and they're also like 15 hops away from being able to do that. So I'm not that worried. And if the Vrin wants to do it, we'll just mess them up again, because you know I am not shy of a fight.
Anomaly detected.
Right, I'm going to leave the anomalies for now so that we can get to where we're going, but this is a toxic construction anomaly, probably on a toxic world. Yep, on a toxic world. All right, let's go ahead and poll you all again if you want to change your minds or stay the course. So right now, as you can see through the poll, or that way, I'm just building up my fleets, and I'm going to continue to do so. Right now, I'm just repairing them so that I can wipe out the Shardlings here. Well, the Shardlings are so weak, I should have just done that first. I also want to kill these mining core ships and maybe hop over Vring Kingdom and claim this stuff too. The more I can claim now, the less I'll have to claim later. And my influence is maxed, so it's really not a problem for me to claim everything possible. Hey, Cheese. 22 months. I need to start working on the new badges, don't I? And the emotes and the merchandise. So much. But as many of you already know that are in chat, I've been working tirelessly on Western Settlers, my next RimWorld Twitch series. Putting in a lot of good development today. I made a bunch of mods from scratch for it. A lot of them came together today, which is cool. One thing at a time. I appreciate it. I know. I am one person doing a lot of work. So there's also the Void Spawn over here. That if I had stronger fleets, I might go for, but not until I don't think I'm really going to hit the Leviathans myself until I have a significant amount of battleships. Otherwise, the losses to my fleets would be expensive. I don't really care to lose a sizable amount of my own ships. Awesome news on the mod front. Thanks, Gaddath, but you're already part of the mod design team, so you already know. It's not a secret, but I appreciate it nonetheless. What I don't understand is how the heck did the Vring Kingdom settle this system with all of these? Oh, these are space amoebas. Never mind. All right, let's get the prefab buildings. It's our only choice, and we are one tradition away from maxing prosperity, which is going to be pretty cool. Because then we get another, what's it called? Ascension perk.
New technology discovered. System charted.
Battleships! Woo! So battleships are, well, they're pretty important. They generally late game, unless you're going with the Corvette meta, they are they're your meat and potatoes of your navy. I'm gonna get additional mining station output. And, well, this is kind of a big giveaway, right? The name of a battleship. The Poetic Artist Battleship. Nice. New design. Battleship. Alright, so front sections. We should talk battleships, because there are some weapons on this battleship that I have yet to unlock. So you can have battleships be... I'm probably going to have two different types of battleships. Closers and artillery. So this one will be the artillery, where I'm just going to be adding the largest possible weapon slots because they have longer range. And this will be a plasma laser ship, which is a little weird because plasmas and lasers actually don't have great range. But what we're going to do is we're going to give it artillery everything, and hopefully at some point unlock some additional technology that allows us to incorporate better artillery for these ships, like tachyon lances. And I don't really know what long range energy doesn't really exist, so we might have to stretch the rules a little. And then let's go ahead and immediately design sort of brawling ships. Small Street. All right, so let's do yet another design. And these will be spammers. I don't think I'm going to include picket, though, or hangars. So smaller weapon slots. So the long weapon slots, ideally you want something that does shield damage. Unfortunately, because of the weapon styles that we picked, we don't really have anything to does shield. Well, we have these disruptors, I guess. So we could do like a disruptor. This is a very strange design, but disruptor plasma cannon. It honestly is a terrible design, so I'm probably not going to do that. We'll just have them be plasma spammers for now until I unlock some more interesting weapon choices, which hopefully will happen. And then these will be line computers, so they will get up closer and fire faster. All right, cool. You all want me to prepare for war. That looks to be the popular choice. So who are we going to war with? What is our choices here? So our choices, let me pause a second, would be the Regarians. They are a choice because they share a border with the boss Pochtuks. And we can't go to war with Vryn because we've been at war with Vryn more recently. We could go to war with Jibru. They're a micronation that are sort of nested down here. It looks like they might only have one colony or two. They're kind of got stuck. And then there's the Tezek that are up north. They don't have a ton of territory, and we have been sort of messing with them. And then I guess clean up border gore. So what I mean by clean up border gore is there's some border gore here where there are some rebels from the Jackley Slaughterers here that could get cleaned up, and then I could also clear out some other border gore stuff. So it wouldn't exactly be a war because we'd be killing space amoebas and enigmatic energy structures and stuff like that. Or there's the Marauders. Wow, I really spelled that wrong. All right, so 5 options. They're not all exactly wars, but they're all naval combat at the very least. And the choice is yours. What to hit?
Debris scanned.
So these are mining core ships, which are very, very easy to kill. They tend to be, if you're going to war against something early on, the mining core are just easy peasy enemies to smoke. And we're also claiming Devil's Maw and hopping towards Aludra.
Construction online.
So there's Devil's Maw, and Devil's Maw is going to need a name, won't it? Jack Nasty. All right. Zabine is going to be next. And then what I hope to do is as long as... So the way that open borders work, after a war ends, you have a forced peace treaty for 10 years, and you have forced open borders for 5. So these guys here are actually going to be able to close their borders. They formed a federation out while I was staring at them.
Construction online.
Okay. But they're going to be able to close their borders to me pretty soon, which means I won't be able to get here unless I send ships there soon. So let's get my science ship and construction ship into this territory so that I can annex it before the borders are shut. All right. And right now, all I'm doing is wiping out these. I'm wiping out the tiny little mining core ships here. What's interesting is like there's another mining core ship
Construction online.
that I feel like wasn't there before, but whatever. That's easy to get wiped out too.
New technology discovered.
Mining station output just went up. Let's go for Citadel. That's going to be a precursor to Titans. Is watching VODs have any effect on the channel? No, sadly not really. It actually hurts YouTube, but I don't really care where you watch. But there is not a lot of, for a creator, there's not a lot of financial incentive for viewers to watch stuff.
Engaging
Like
hostile
watch your VODs.
station.
Because the ad revenue basically doesn't exist. But again, I don't care. Do as whatever is most convenient for you. Okay, so we did get our construction ship up here to Durelis, and Zabine got annexed, so it's going to get Mad Beach as a name. And we are going to grab these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 systems. We're going to not grab Poder or Siplim because they border the very, very angry fallen empire that would go to war with us in a heartbeat to kill us over that. Hey, hyper shields. So hyper shields are the best default shields that you can get. And for societal research, we'll just get tile blockers. Good old-fashioned tile blockers. All right, looks like preparing to go to war with the Marauders seems to be the popular choice. So I'm going to send my ships home for a bit of a retooling, because now we also have the highest tiered shields to give them. And I need to start rolling out some fleets. But I'm going to wait a second in order to do that. Hey, buddy. Can you... Wow, he is like... Don't make me raise my head. There. Not so bad, right?
Debris scanned.
Our glorious leader is, I don't know. Wants to be left alone. Alright, here's my little anchorages. And I'm actually not going to make them into the max size here.
New technology discovered.
No Star Fortress anchorages, not just yet. Okay, well, that research got done real fast. Battleframe armies are pretty good army units. I'll invest in that. And let's check in on all of our planets, because there's honestly just too many of them. So at my home planet, I will need housing soon. Or a research segment. I'm just going to do a research segment. Jim Bob.
Construction
You're good.
online.
You need housing.
Debris scanned.
And we just nabbed Aludra. And I'm going to get Hokaja next. Alright, so we want, what? Lucid. Lucid's fine. Pancake, you are fine. Turtle. Let's give you some more work. Jazzium. Jazzium. You guys are, like, just angry.
Construction online.
Is there... Oh, reminds me. I don't have enough maintenance drones here to keep people happy, so I need to employ more maintenance drones. Drone storage adds amenities? Yeah, maybe I'll just add drone storage for now. See if that does it. Darksaber's okay. Evixable, more work. Byron, more. I'll do that. Okay, yep, all the planets are all set. Man, there's just too many planets.
Concluded.
Too many planets. Yeah, it becomes, if you go super wide, and this is one of the reasons why I generally don't go super wide. If you go super wide and you have like a ton of planets, it gets a little head spinning, especially on like the extra large universes. You can get to a point where you're just like, oh my god, I don't even know what's going on because there's 1,000 of everything and I can't keep up. Hi, Tusk. Okay, so we're upgrading our current fleets. And then once they're upgraded, I will replace the ones that took damage. Come here. Can't reach you. Okay.
System scan complete.
What a goofball.
Fleets enhanced.
All right, Didora fleet is now enhanced. So if you take a look at their cruisers, for instance, they have the... we don't have hyper shields yet, so they have everything but the hyper shields. Hyper shields haven't rolled out yet. We have not invented them yet.
New technology discovered.
Battleframe armies are done. Ecological adaptation is a really important one if we ever want to have machine worlds, so we're going to get that. And then let's keep our science ship busy by surveying and expanding.
Fleets enhanced.
MVP, thanks for the bits. Bits for Tusky.
Construction
I like
online.
it. Usually Yoda gets the bits because he's cute. But Tusk likes him too. Tusk's a real treat today. I was telling my Discord channel, I had such a weird experience. Very unsettling, where I was letting the dogs out back, but it was really muddy, and Echo's paws just got caked in mud. So I turned on a hose to spray Echo's feet from the mud. And there was a snake in the hose that sprayed out of the hose as I was holding it. Like snakes from a can or something. Definitely unsettling. Would not repeat. It was less than enjoyable. Ooh, so here's big. We get optimized Nexus. Nexus districts provide one extra house. But that also means that we have an Ascension perk. So let me show you what the Ascension perks are that we have available to us. We have got Become the Crisis, Enigmatic Engineering, What else might be good? Transcendent learning, I guess. All right, those two. We don't have the precursors for Colossus Project yet because we haven't developed Titans, and we don't have mega engineering to get Galactic Wonders or climate restoration to get machine worlds. However, the precursor to climate restoration is the ecological adaptation, so we are on that path. So of these three choices, what do you like best? The Colossus Project would be so very nice. It would make aggressively attacking other empires much more straightforward by like an nth degree. And I'm going to try to work towards Titans to that very end. Because I agree with you. I too very much want Colossus. If we're gonna, you know, if you're not a if you don't have Colossi and you're the Crisis, you're doing something wrong. So, just to let you all know what those are, because I guess I didn't mention them. Transcendent Learning allows your leaders to be higher level and to level faster.
Construction online.
Enigmatic Engineering increases your encryption and makes it impossible for enemy nations or empires to break down your tech. And becoming the Crisis makes us the endgame Crisis. Or puts us on the path, rather, to become the endgame Crisis. We don't instantly become the Crisis. It is a process.
Federation formed. Now we shall learn from their mistakes.
And it looks like I have thrown my weight around already enough to cause a lot of the enemy nations to form federations against me. They're creating their own sort of federations, I think probably out of fear of being dominated by me. So that feels awesome. All right, getting Didora, Jackal, and Traoler up to all the same strength, and then I'll start adding battleships thereafter.
Anomaly detected.
Wusses. So let's take a look at the federations here. We have the Vrin, and they are in a federation with wait, what? I don't even see them in a federation. Who federated? The Consolidated Trading Sphere, which is who? All right. Instead, what we could do is wait, what? I think it's someone that I haven't met or something. I have no idea who's in a federation because I don't see any federation statuses in my contact list. So I have no idea. Yeah, an unknown nation just created a federation. I guess they know of me through word of mouth or word of corpses. I don't leave a lot of mouths. In fact, I leave none.
System surveyed.
Okay, that's system surveyed. The word of corpses. Yes. Oh, yes. So Didora fleet's getting added to. We are currently researching Citadel, which will... Ooh, surprise catch. We have a new asset against Tezek. Got it. I also have increased starbase capacity, which is cool, I guess. And it looks like becoming the Crisis is going to be the thing we do. So what this does is it opens up a new sort of submenu here, where right now I am not even a menace. So I should let me hide this so you can see everything. So here is the Crisis window. If you own Nemesis and you select the Ascension perk, we have objectives here. Destroy empires increases my menace. destroying enemy ships, enemy starbases, destroying worlds, conquering worlds, vassalizing empires, retaining vassals, performing disruptive operations, be in breach of galactic community law, which is a little awkward because I'm not part of the galactic community. All of these things will increase my crisis level, and as my crisis level increases, I get benefits. So allows the accumulation of menace by completing menace objectives. Undertaker Purge is unlocked as a policy option, and I purge super fast. Or Intimidator, I subjugate more effectively. And then as we continue, once I have 1,000 menace, I get a new tier, 2,000, 5,000, and then 10,000. And once we reach the existential threat, we are somewhat, and no, we don't get credit for our past aggressions, unfortunately, but once we max it out, we are treated as the crisis until so just because I'm on the path doesn't mean I get there. So there we go. Begin the becoming crisis event chain. +1 crisis level potential. Issues special project, something beyond reality. It is our destiny. So let's go to the, was that a special project? I'm curious if, one thing I haven't checked is if people immediately hate us because we became the crisis or not. But it looks like the Ring Kingdom is actually back on the menu as of today, so we could go back to war with them. But yeah, beep boop, we are the crisis robots. Indeed. Alright, instead of expansionist, which gives us outpost build cost reduction, we could go to we could do supremacist or belligerent. I'll ask you. Which stance? So I will read off the benefits. And that in that way you can make an informed decision. So belligerent here reduces our war exhaustion by 10%, increases our naval capacity, our maximum amount of ships that we can have without being taxed by 10%, and reduces the claim influence cost for claiming enemy systems by 10%. Supremacist gives us a lot of diplomatic weight due to fleet power, and then is a 20 war exhaust, 20 naval capacity, and 10 claim reduction. I don't have the Determined Exterminator Civic, so I can't do, or the Fanatic Purifier Civic, so I can't do Extermination or Purification, which would be fitting for our names, but we chose not to do that. Alright, Trawler Fleet should be built up soon. I just got Citadel research, and I think what I'm going to do here is research the things that are quickest so that I get new options for engineering, because I want to try to get Titan engineering. So I'm just going to continue to do quick engineering research in order to maybe unlock Titans, which would be ideal. All right, looks like supremacy stance is going to be the way we go. Supremacist. Okay. Our war philosophy is obviously unrestricted. War doctrines. War doctrines, I might actually do rapid deployment rather than defensive depth, so that I travel around faster. Orbital bombardment, definitely indiscriminate. First contact is still aggressive. Initial border is closed. Will be balanced, and purge will be allowed. Okay, cool. That is all sorted. Once these new ships are built, we'll roll out. And you all want me to destroy Marauders. All right. Do you want to... I'm going to put up, actually, the... No, I won't. You voted on Destroy Marauders. I'm not going to change that. Even though we're the crisis now. All right, Jazium's amenities are back up. Doing the briefest of planetary inspections here.
New technology
Turtle
discovered.
Sandwich. Let's give you drone storage. We just got ecological adaptation, which then can lead to improved production. Sure. And then quick research here. Pop speed and drone storage. I'm definitely about to be the crisis for Marauders. I sure hope so. All right, what is Yoda Station doing? That is a glitch. Look at that. You see that? It looks like it's building stuff, but it's not. Yep, that's a problem. Not my problem, though. All right, let's go ahead and add some battleships to these fleets. So I'm going to add the Poetic Artist battleships because we are going to bombard. So I'm going to get 2 battleships per fleet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because our starbase can only make 6 ships at a time. And then once we have all 6 ships rolled out, I will be punching into... Well, I'll have you vote whether it's the Kundin or the of Xant.
New technology discovered.
And no, it wasn't pending upgrades, unfortunately. It was just bugged. Gateway travel sounds awesome. Let's get gateways. Like me some gateways. Zalek, thanks for the resub. Well, we're doing a pretty good job of annexing this space over here. My scientist is still busy doing surveying and reverse engineering debris.
Surveyed.
So we haven't really pushed these archaeology sites, but we will. What the heck? Why do I have piracy at Stalin? No. You know what? No. I'm going to upgrade my starport at Stalin. So the A, I don't have piracy there, and B, it's an L-gate system that could use defenses anyway, so that will work.
Construction online.
Okay. Looking at my economy, everything looks pretty good. Rare crystals are a little low. I could definitely manufacture some additional rare crystals because I am only making 2 per month. It's still net positive, though. I'm curious if any of my planets have rare crystal deposits, because that's far and above the best way to get crystals is just to have deposits. And there's a few ways to check that. I can check features. Ooh, speaking of features, let's clear out some of these
research project concluded.
Terrain blockers.
New technology discovered.
Tharian. Come on. Machine assembly. Oh, well, let's get the really good machine assembly complexes. It's a rare research, too. Bunch of ruin arcology. No crystal fabs. I have no idea what's here. Nope. Generators. No crystals there. It's probably not going to be crystals anywhere, to be honest. But I'm clearing out a lot of blockers. And that's going to allow me to expand these planets larger, like a higher max. Sky Collective might have crystals. Yeah, Sky Collective has crystal mines. Cool. Good old Sky Collective. Hooking a brother up.
New technology discovered.
And terrain blockers. I've been researching a lot of the terrain blocking technologies, so we can get them up. All right. New societal. Efficiencies of scale. Sounds good. So capital buildings will produce more resources, but cause more
Anomaly
upkeep.
detected. detected.
No, no anomalies. Just finished surveying.
Construction online.
It has not procced yet. No. The mid-game crisis, I forget what date I set it at, but we aren't at that date, I don't think. Or actually, you know, I might have set it to 2350 or 2300. I'd have to double check like episode 1. But I'm not going to be doing that right now.
Scan complete.
But whatever the mid-game crisis is, it hasn't reared its head, so that's all I know. The thing is, I wasn't planning on having such a strong start like I did. Because sometimes you have slower starts and the crisis timing doesn't change depending on how well you're doing. That's sort of not true, though. There is a mean time to happen, MTTM, and if you meet certain requirements, you can cause the crisis to happen sooner if you meet those requirements. So, like, one of the mean time to happen is the endgame crisis, and the endgame crisis can happen earlier if you have a big fleet. So that's like one thing that you can do to trigger crises earlier, is to just be strong, which is, you know, duh. Thank you for watching Stellaris Nemesis, which originally aired live on Twitch. The Twitch series has since ended, but if you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.